Hi Samantha, I'm Chelsea, the athletic director at Wayne High School.
Hi, Chelsea. It's nice to meet you. Thanks for taking the time to interview with me today.
Of course, thank you for being so adaptable with your time. I'm sorry we had to move it an hour earlier. So you're interested in the assistant coaching job here at Wayne?
Yeah, I'm very interested. I love the game, and I think I could add a lot of value to the team's success.
That's great to hear. Let's get started with some questions. So what made you interested in coaching and this position?
Like I said, I love the game, and I've been playing for a long time, so I think the knowledge I've gained through playing could really go to benefit the team and the players. And then the reason I'm interested in Wayne specifically is because I know it's such a great program, and while I'm helping the kids to get better and the team to succeed, I know the coaches will be pushing me the whole time as well.
Sounds great. How would you describe your work style and ideal work environment?
My work style is integrative and team oriented. Like to be goal focused so we can strategize and find ways to achieve our goals. And then I like having a team to do that because I think the feedback from each other gives us more insight on how to accomplish these goals. And then as far as work environment, I like a lot of interaction and activity. I enjoy communicating with others and helping them to grow. And then I don't like to be stationary behind a desk all day, and that's why I think I love basketball because you're always up and moving.
What are your greatest strengths you believe you bring to this position?
My greatest strengths I bring would be my leadership, my listening abilities, and then being able to give feedback off the things I hear. I think as a coach, it's really important to be a leader because you're in control of how things go. And then I think it's important to listen and give feedback because everyone has ideas and there's more than one way to succeed, and sometimes you have to hear those other ideas in order to accomplish your goals of winning the game.
What part of this job do you think will be the most challenging?
I think the most challenging part of this job will be building strong relationships with each player, and I think that's such a crucial part of a team because although the teammates have to have good chemistry, the coaches have to have good chemistry with each player, and every player is different, so you have to learn and understand each player individually so you can coach them together to the best of your ability.
If you were given complete control of organizing a practice, how would you set it up? What things would you do and when?
First of all, the practice would probably be 2 hours. The first 15 minutes we would do stretching and warm-up type stuff, so high knees, sprints, defensive slides, just stuff like that. The next 45 minutes would be skill sessions, so we'd get up and down the floor, then we would split up like post at one end, guards at the other, and we'd have a coach working with the post players, and we'd have a coach working with the guards to better their skills individually. And then the last hour we would all come together as a team to game plan for the next game in order to win.
Other than basketball, what would you like to teach the kids in the program?
Other than basketball, I think I would like to teach the kids just about being humble and then focusing on the process rather than always the outcome. Those are two big things I learned in high school from my coach. Whether I was achieving a milestone or hit another accomplishment, he would always remind me that every individual accomplishment is a team accomplishment. So that's really important. And then it's important to focus on the process because whether it's sports or life, you're always going to hit obstacles, and it's important to remember that that's what makes you better, and you have to grow through those things.
Great to hear. Our head coach actually talks about both of those things very often. Could you describe a time in your life when you were faced with adversity and overcame it?
Yeah, so my sophomore year was probably one of the biggest things. We were going into our tournament and we had one of the best seasons we've had in a long time, and our best player actually tore ACL, and that was pretty shocking because, I mean, you're going into the tournament. So I just tried to, whether it was practices or just texting or spending time with each other, I just kept it in our players' heads that we were a great team and no matter what, we could accomplish whatever we put our mind to. So we went to a game against one of the best teams in our area and we won, and then we even went on to get runner-up in districts. So
Very neat. That type of leadership is important. How do you handle pressure and stress?
I handle pressure very well. I think pressure is an important thing, so I try to see it as more positive than negative. In life, you're always going to have pressure, and pressure helps you grow. And then stress, I try not to think as situations as stressful, but just take them for how they are. So I look at a situation, I kind of organize it in my head and use my strategic skills to pick it apart, and then I attack it and see how it goes.
Are you willing to fail?
Yeah, definitely. I think failure is a big part of life, and if you never fail, then you're never going to grow. Every time you try new things, you're going to fail. It's part of life. An example of my life when I failed is when I was growing up, I used to be terrible at eating, so I failed really bad with my health, and then once I decided I wanted to change that, I started eating healthy, and I took it to the other extreme and got too skinny. So I think just learning about nutrition and stuff has really helped me to balance my life, and that's a time, probably one of the biggest times I went through failure in my life.
Why are you the best candidate for this position?
I think I'm the best candidate for this position because I will be 100% dedicated to the team, and I will always put others and the other players in the team's success ahead of mine. And I think everything I've learned over the years would really go to benefit the team, and I have good skills to accomplish our goals.
Awesome. Now that wraps up the questions I have for you. Is there any questions that you have for me?
Other than coaching practices and games, what are the things you expect from the assistant coach?
Those are the big things, of course, but other than that, the assistant is responsible for getting in, giving out films, keeping track of our account balance, and setting up a summer camp.
Okay, great. I think that's all I have, so yeah.
Well, thank you. It was nice meeting you. I will be getting back with you sometime next week.
Sounds great, thank you.